Well, good morning, lovely ladies and gentlemen. Steve Collins coming to you from beautiful, rainy San Antonio, Texas, the second most powerful, passionate, and purposeful coach and speaker in the world. This is part of what I would call my Smart Alex series, or let's just call it the Reverse Psychology series, or if you prefer to break the norm of grammatically correct English, as I do from time to time, this would be the Reverse Psychology version that I'd like to have a conversation with you. I would like to give you a few reasons today why you should not why you should not get a coach. Okay? You ready? We're gonna have some fun this morning. Reasons why you should not get a coach. Because you're comfortable. You're comfortable, and after all, aren't you working so hard and putting in so many hours so you can just like one day be comfortable and just be like relaxed and just like, oh my God, no more pressure, and I just want to be at peace, with myself and the universe. Namaste, you know what I'm saying? Well, because you're comfortable. You're comfortable. That's why you don't want to get a coach. You don't want to get a coach because you're comfortable. Another reason you don't want to get a coach. You don't want to get a coach because you love having excuses. I mean, you really do love your excuses. You do. If you didn't love them so much, you wouldn't use them so much. Well, I would do that, Steve, but I just don't have time. Well, I would do that, Steve, but I just don't have the money. Well, I would do that. I just don't have the education. You love your excuses. This is why you don't want a coach. You do not want a coach because you see, you love your excuses, and excuses, they're kind of like little puppies that you're surrounded with, and they're so warm and cute and fuzzy, but you forget that they eat all your good crap and they pee and poop all over your crap and keep you up at night and stuff like that. But they're so cute and they're so warm and they're so fuzzy. And can you imagine if you had to get rid of your little puppy excuses? Can you imagine? Steve, abandon my little puppies, but I've had them for years. Yes, you don't want to get a coach because you love your excuses. You love being able to tell other people your sad story about why you're in the state you are currently in, why you are not in the shape you want to be in, why you are not financially where you want to be, why you are not where you intend to be in your career, why you are in such a crappy relationship, why you're just eking by out of life. You don't want to get a coach because you love your excuses, because you're familiar with mediocrity, and because you're comfortable. I mean, heaven forbid if you got a coach. Do you know what would happen? You would all of a sudden realize that you would find time to do the things you say are important to you. All the things you say are important to you would show up in your schedule if you had a coach. All of your limiting beliefs that you have been holding on to for years because granddaddy was that way, daddy was that way, and I'm that way too. All of those would have to go, bye, don't come back. It's just not working out for us. You would have to get rid of those cute little puppy excuses. And you would start looking at the person in the mirror as completely responsible for that. Oh, I hear the objection out there. I hear it. Well, hot damn, Steve, here's what I know. Coaching doesn't work. It doesn't work. Let me go with you in the theater of your mind to what I hear when I hear that. There's Rogers Ranch Gold Gym right over there. Somebody's going to go in there today and go, those machines don't work. Those machines don't work. I know for a fact they don't work. I tried them twice, and I'm still fat. Yeah, buddy. It's not that the machines don't work. It's that you got to do the work on the machines. So you really don't want to get a coach. Trust me. You don't want to get a coach because you will come face to face as Luke Skywalker did with Yoda in the swampy pit, and you will go into the dark cave and you will be confronted with your greatest arch enemy, you. You will be faced with you. You will be connected to you. You will be placed in front of a mirror, as it will, and confront your limiting beliefs that you may have had for years, as most people do, as I did for decades. And you will now be faced with a choice, because the awareness of the reality that you have the power to change when you know exactly what to do and you schedule exactly when to do it and you have accountability around its accomplishment, then, my friend, you no longer have the joy and the bliss of ignorance, because you will now know that if it is to be, it is up to me. And you will have to come face to face with the reality that your audio likely does not match your video. What you say is important to you is not what's really showing up in your life. And by the way, that's okay. 95+% of the world is living in the matrix, going to work, going to their job, coming home, eating their little meals, doing their little thing over and over again, and ignorance is bliss. But the 5% have the opportunity to take the red pill and see just how deep the rabbit hole goes. That's why you don't want to coach. You don't want to sit across from Morpheus, who has the opportunity to open your eyes to see that you are a slave to the system, and your brain has been using you as its slave to accomplish whatever your body and your feelings want, and they do not have big plans for you. When you learn how to capture your mind and begin to discipline your thinking, and you have accountability and clarity, you just might become the person you were created to be, and that should scare the hell out of you. And that's why you don't want to get a coach. Because, my friend, all of your excuses would melt away. All of your fears would be addressed. You would have to go to battle. And guess what? It ain't easy. It ain't easy. That's why there are greater rewards reserved for those who overcome. Those who overcome receive the greater rewards. And you just have to decide at some point, yeah, Steve, I think just plug me back into the machine. I think I want to stay in the matrix. Just plug me back in and let me do my thing. Let me continue on the hamster wheel of life. I don't want to get a coach, because now I know I will be confronted with the reality that if my world is going to change, I've got to change. For things to get better, I've got to get better. Do those machines at the gym work? Do those machines work? Sir, you will be the one doing the work. If you choose to not follow my advice and you just say, don't get in my head, Collins, I think I do want to talk about getting a coach, let me know. I have 15 highly trained, highly skilled people who are ready to take you and unplug you from the matrix and let you see the real world. And let me share something with you. It's a magnificent place. Have a great day, guys.